this journey together like a friend talking to you as we step into the glittering world of celebrities, where every name feels like a storybook come to life, and where we find that behind the red carpets and flashing lights, there are real people, with dreams, struggles, triumphs, and legacies that continue to inspire and entertain us all. And what better way to start than with a couple that has captured the hearts of millions around the globe? Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, because when you think of Hollywood power couples, you cannot help but think of them. Their careers have been filled with laughter, glamour, and genuine moments of humanity. Blake, rising to fame with her role in Gossip Girl, became a fashion icon whose every appearance on the red carpet was studied, celebrated, and admired. Her sense of style is more than just fabric and design. It is a way she communicates confidence, grace, and joy, and Ryan, known for his comedic timing, his action roles, and his magnetic personality, transformed himself from a young actor in quirky projects into the larger-than-life figure we know today through films like Deadpool, where his wit, charm, and love for his craft shone brightly together. They have built not only a partnership in marriage but also in philanthropy, investing time and resources into charities that support children and families and communities that need help. Their humor online, especially through playful social media banter with each other, reminds us that even in a world that sometimes feels distant and unreachable, celebrities can show their human side. They can laugh at themselves and invite us into that joy. And as we watch their journey, it becomes clear that what they have built is not just fame, but a sense of responsibility to give back and to make their platform count. And while we admire them, we also remember that this is just one story among countless others, because the world of celebrities is vast and varied, filled with people whose talents have brought us songs that make our hearts race, movies that transport us into different worlds, performances that give us goosebumps, and public acts of kindness that restore our faith in humanity. Take Beyonce, for example, a superstar whose career began at a young age and whose evolution has been nothing short of breathtaking, from her days in Destiny's Child to her solo reign. She has become not just a singer, but a cultural icon. Her performances, like at Coachella, have been hailed as historic moments, blending artistry with empowerment. Her fashion choices have inspired millions. Her charity work has touched countless lives, and her connection with fans feels deeply personal. Then you look at someone like Shah Rukh Khan in India, a man who began with humble beginnings and through sheer hard work, resilience, and charisma, became one of the biggest film stars in the world, loved by billions. His story resonates because it speaks of dreams fulfilled despite obstacles, his charity work, his love for family, and his undeniable impact on cinema show us that celebrity power extends far beyond screens and stages. It is about making people believe in possibilities, and across the globe, you see similar tales like the journey of BTS, a group from South Korea who started with limited resources, but fueled by passion, authenticity, and a bond with their fans called Army Rose to dominate the world music scene. They broke language barriers, proving that music truly is a universal language. Their concerts, their fashion statements, their messages of self-love and mental health have impacted an entire generation in ways that are tangible and lasting. And just when you think the world of celebrities cannot surprise you more, you see stories like Rihanna, who went from being a teenage girl in Barbados to becoming a global superstar and entrepreneur. Her Fenty beauty line changed the industry by making inclusivity a priority, reminding the world that beauty comes in every shade. Her charity work, her resilience, and her daring style make her more than a singer or businesswoman. She is a force of nature. And it is in these stories that we find ourselves moved, because celebrities are not just about fame. They are about journeys, about moments where they rise after falling, about choices that inspire and acts that leave us speechless. And as we explore more of these stories, you will see how seamlessly they connect. Because fame, though dazzling on the outside, is always built on very real, very human foundations. And as we continue this flowing story of the celebrity world, we find ourselves drawn next to someone whose name echoes through generations. Leonardo DiCaprio, a man who began his journey as a young actor playing heartfelt roles that showcased his depth long before Titanic made him a global star. His career has been a lesson in persistence and passion, choosing roles that push boundaries, working with legendary directors, and taking risks that others might avoid. But what truly makes Leonardo inspiring is not just his filmography, but his devotion to environmental causes. He has used his fame to shed light on climate change, dedicating speeches, awards, and resources to remind the world that fame is not just for spotlight, but for shining. that spotlight on what truly matters. And just as Leonardo became a voice for the planet, Zendaya rose as a voice for a new generation. Her journey from Disney beginnings to her groundbreaking role in Euphoria showed that she was not afraid to take bold steps. She has become a fashion icon, praised for her versatility and courage on red carpets. A young woman whose presence feels timeless and yet fresh. She represents hope and confidence for young fans worldwide, showing them that being authentic is the most powerful choice one can make. And speaking of authenticity, Selena Gomez stands as a beacon of resilience. Her journey, filled with both triumphs and struggles, became relatable because she never hid the fact that life is not perfect. She openly spoke about health challenges, about emotional battles, and in doing so, she gave strength to fans who saw their own reflections in her music and her honesty. Her rare beauty brand, too, became more than makeup. It became a message of self-acceptance and kindness, making her not only a star, but a friend to millions who needed one. And then we turn our eyes to Keanu Reeves, a man whose career saw dizzying highs from The Matrix to John Wick, yet whose humility captured hearts even more than his roles. Stories of him giving up his seat on the subway, donating quietly to crew members, supporting children's hospitals without fanfare. These moments made the world realize that kindness is the most timeless form of celebrity. And it is why Keanu is beloved not just as an action hero, but as a genuine soul in Hollywood. And while Keanu reminds us of humility, Taylor Swift reminds us of the power of reinvention. Her career is like chapters of a book, each album a new story that speaks to her. Fans in deeply personal ways, from country beginnings to pop dominance to folk storytelling. She has shown that art is about growth, about daring to change, and about speaking your truth. Her charity work, her connection with Swifties, her stand for artists' rights all highlight a woman who uses her platform with fierce purpose. And in that way, she joins the ranks of those who turn fame into legacy. And just like Taylor, Shakira shines as a global star, blending music that makes the world dance with charity that builds schools in her native Colombia. Her hips may not lie, but her heart never hides. She embodies joy, resilience, and commitment to making lives better, far beyond stages. And when we pause to see this pattern, it is clear that what unites celebrities is not just the applause, but the way they navigate challenges and still give back to the world. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is another prime example, from his wrestling days to becoming the highest paid actor in Hollywood. His energy, his humor, and his family-centered values make him someone fans see as larger than life yet approachable. His motivational posts, his philanthropy, and his willingness to share his own struggles inspire countless people daily, proving that strength is not just muscles, but also compassion. And then you have Adele, a voice that carries both heartbreak and healing. Her story is one of authenticity, of not bowing to pressures of the industry, but standing firm in who she is, and in doing so becoming an icon. Her concerts feel intimate. Her laughter feels real. Her achievements, from Grammys to Oscars, show us that true talent needs no embellishment. And while Adele gives us songs that make us cry and heal, Lady Gaga gives us performances that electrify. She is a woman who embraced being different and turned it into power, inspiring millions to be themselves. Her Born This Way Foundation advocates for mental health. Her fashion and music continue to push boundaries, and her story is one of courage, artistry, and unwavering connection to fans. And so as we weave these tales together, we realize that celebrity is not a singular story, but a chorus of voices, each unique, each inspiring, each leaving behind a piece of themselves for the world to carry forward. And as the journey of storytelling flows onward, we cannot miss the magnetic presence of Rihanna, whose influence extends far beyond her music career. Because while her songs dominate charts, her vision as an entrepreneur transformed the beauty and fashion industry with Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty. She showed that inclusivity was not a trend, but a standard that needed to be set, and millions embraced her for it. Her philanthropic work through the Clara Lionel Foundation has brought hope to communities across the globe. And though fans eagerly await her musical comeback, her silence in that space has only highlighted her growth into a multifaceted icon. A woman whose success story continues to evolve with each passing year. And speaking of evolution, let us turn to Oprah Winfrey, a figure whose name alone resonates as a symbol of perseverance and empowerment. Her story is one of overcoming immense challenges in her youth to rise into one of the most influential women on earth through her talk show, her network, and her countless initiatives. She turned personal pain into a platform of healing and inspiration. and she reminded the world that empathy and storytelling could transform lives. Oprah's impact reaches far beyond entertainment. It stretches into philanthropy, education, and leadership, inspiring generations to pursue their dreams with courage and compassion. And just as Oprah built bridges through conversation, another star, Zendaya, builds bridges through representation. Her rise from Disney beginnings to becoming a respected actress, model, and activist reflects her determination to break barriers and inspire young people to embrace their authentic selves. Her collaborations with designers have made her a red carpet revolutionary, and her voice on issues of diversity and equality continues to echo far beyond the screen she graces. Then we have Shah Rukh Khan, often called the King of Bollywood. His journey from humble beginnings to becoming one of the most celebrated actors in the world is a living example of how persistence and hard work can shape destiny. His performances have spanned genres. His charisma has built a massive fan base across continents, and his philanthropic contributions in healthcare, education, and disaster relief underline the power of fame when wielded for good. Shah Rukh Khan's connection with his fans is legendary, with people gathering outside his home just for a glimpse, and his humility, despite global fame, continues to endear him to millions. And while he reigns in Bollywood across the ocean, Beyonce reigns as Queen Bey. Her artistry has elevated music into an experience, blending powerful vocals with intricate choreography and visuals that celebrate culture, history, and empowerment. From Destiny's Child to her solo empire, she has been a trailblazer. Her philanthropic initiatives, including Bay Good, have uplifted countless lives, and her fashion statements often set the tone for the entire industry. Her commitment to excellence and empowerment has inspired generations of artists and fans alike. And while Beyonce inspires through music, Malala Yousafzai inspires through advocacy. Her story, though not tied to traditional celebrity, began with courage in the face of adversity, and her journey from a girl fighting for education rights to becoming the youngest Nobel Peace Prize laureate has made her a global symbol of resilience. Her presence alongside stars and leaders shows that inspiration knows no boundaries, and fame is not limited to entertainment, but extends to anyone who dares to make the world better in a similar spirit. We cannot ignore the journey of BTS, whose music and message have created a cultural movement. Their songs celebrate self-love, resilience, and hope. And their rise from a small agency to world domination is a story that inspires countless dreamers. Their philanthropy, their speeches at the United Nations, and their bond with ARMY show that being a celebrity today means more than performance. It means being a voice for an entire generation. And as their music bridges languages and borders, their legacy continues to grow, reminding us that passion and authenticity are unstoppable forces. And through these diverse journeys, we see that celebrity is not one-dimensional. It is a kaleidoscope of achievements, struggles, fashion statements, acts of kindness, and unforgettable connections with fans, all of which form a tapestry that keeps the world inspired, entertained, and united. And as this narrative of glittering lives continues, we find ourselves looking toward Angelina Jolie, whose presence in Hollywood has long been defined not only by her striking performances, but also by her extraordinary humanitarian work. Because while she dazzled audiences in films like Maleficent and Girl Interrupted, it was her role as a United Nations Goodwill Ambassador that showcased her dedication to global causes, from advocating for refugees to supporting education and health initiatives. Her celebrity status became a bridge to shine light on the voiceless, proving that stardom can carry weight far beyond red carpets. And then there is Chadwick Boseman, whose life, though tragically short, left an impact that will echo for generations. His portrayal of Black Panther was more than just a role. It became a cultural milestone representing hope, strength, and representation for millions across the globe. His quiet battles off-screen and his determination to keep working through them without seeking pity showed a resilience that turned him into an icon of courage, whose legacy continues to inspire artists and fans alike. And in that same sphere of influence, we see Gal Gadot, whose journey from Israel to becoming Wonder Woman reflected perseverance, dedication, and grace. She became a symbol of empowerment, inspiring countless women and young girls to believe in their own strength. While her performances shone on screen, her philanthropic efforts and gentle humility made her even more beloved. And then across the ocean, we meet Deepika Padukone, one of Bollywood's brightest stars, whose beauty and talent brought her recognition, but whose advocacy for mental health brought her true admiration. Her openness about her struggles and her determination to create awareness showed fans that vulnerability is strength, and that speaking openly can break stigma and create healing. Her journey reminds us that celebrities are not immune to challenges, but through them, they can become torchbearers for others walking similar paths. And as Deepika brings hope in India and America, we see the resilience of Demi Lovato, who turned personal battles into music that uplifts and connects. She has been candid about her struggles, and her story resonates with fans who find solace in knowing they are not alone. Her performances are powerful because they are real reflections of her journey, and her determination to rise after every fall has made her a beacon of strength for many, and alongside her, Miley Cyrus continues to reinvent herself, boldly pushing artistic boundaries while also dedicating herself to philanthropy. Through the Happy Hippie Foundation supporting homeless youth and marginalized communities, her fearless artistry and her compassion show that fame can be fun, fierce, and meaningful at the same time. And as we shift to another inspiring journey, we look at Cristiano Ronaldo, a sports celebrity whose influence rivals that of movie stars. His career is a testament to discipline, dedication, and the pursuit of excellence, from humble beginnings in Madeira to becoming one of the greatest footballers of all time. His athletic achievements are matched by his philanthropy, his generosity to hospitals, children, and disaster relief efforts remind us that sports icons too carry the torch of responsibility. And if Ronaldo is one pillar of sports celebrity, Lionel Messi is the other. His story is one of overcoming health challenges at a young age to becoming a global icon of football artistry. His humility, his commitment to family, and his quiet determination create a portrait of a celebrity whose influence inspires both on and off the field. And just as athletes inspire through discipline, artists like Billie Eilish inspire through authenticity. Her meteoric rise at such a young age has been defined by her willingness to defy norms, to present herself as she is, and to speak openly about mental health. Her unique sound, her bold fashion, and her vulnerability connect deeply with a generation that seeks realness in a world often clouded by appearances. Her story is still being written, yet already it resonates powerfully with millions. And through these varied stories, we see again the thread that ties every celebrity together. The ability to use talent, platform, and personal truth to inspire, to heal, and to connect with the world in ways that transcend borders, languages, and industries. And as we let the rhythm of these stories carry us forward, we find ourselves drawn to another name who embodies reinvention. Madonna, the Queen of Pop, whose career has spanned decades, and whose every era seemed to redefine not only her music, but also the way society viewed artistry, fashion, and female empowerment. Her courage to constantly evolve, to push boundaries, and to express herself unapologetically inspired generations of artists to follow their own path. Her influence continues to be seen in music videos and concerts, and in the boldness of today's pop icons. And speaking of boldness, Lady Gaga also stands tall as one of the most unique forces in entertainment. Her rise was marked by theatrical performances, groundbreaking music, and fashion statements that often felt like performance art. But behind the glitter and costumes, there was a woman who used her platform to champion kindness, mental health, and inclusion. Her Born This Way Foundation became a beacon of hope for young people struggling with identity and belonging, reminding us that fame can be a source of healing and advocacy. And then there is Ariana Grande, whose voice carries both power and vulnerability. Her career blossomed from a television star to one of the biggest pop sensations in the world. And yet it is her resilience through personal challenges that resonates most with fans. Her benefit concert. One Love Manchester, after a tragedy, showed her compassion and her ability to turn pain into unity. Her music, her style, her philanthropy, all make her one of the defining voices of her generation. And across the Atlantic, Adele continues to remind the world that simplicity, authenticity, and raw emotion are timeless. Her ballads bring comfort. Her humor in interviews shows her relatability, and her decision to prioritize personal growth over constant public attention makes her an inspiration for anyone learning to balance life and ambition. And then we find ourselves in the vibrant world of K-pop, where Blackpink has taken global stages by storm. Their music videos break records, their fashion collaborations shape trends, and their bond with fans, called Blinks, demonstrates how celebrities can build global families. Their success is proof that passion and talent, when shared authentically, can transcend languages and cultures. And while Blackpink shines in music, Virat Kohli shines on the cricket field. His story from a passionate young athlete to the captain of the Indian cricket team highlights discipline, resilience, and leadership. His charity work, his fitness advocacy, and his openness about mental health pressures show fans that even sports icons face struggles, yet lead with strength. And then looking at Hollywood, Again, Jennifer Lopez continues to inspire with her ability to balance music, acting, business, and family. Her journey from the Bronx to superstardom has been filled with moments of determination and triumph. Her performances light up stages, her fashion choices influence trends, and her business ventures from fragrances to production showcase her versatility and entrepreneurial spirit. And just as Jennifer blends art and business, Pharrell Williams blends music and innovation. His career has been a tapestry of creativity, from producing iconic hits to launching fashion lines and philanthropic initiatives. His song Happy became an anthem of joy, reminding the world that music has the power to uplift spirits across all ages. And while Pharrell brings joy, someone like Will Smith brings both laughter and reflection. His journey through music, acting, and personal growth has been filled with highs and lows, yet his charisma, his openness about his struggles, and his efforts to uplift others reveal a man determined to use his platform for connection and growth. His story reminds us that celebrities too are human, navigating challenges, yet striving to give their best to the world. And through all of these diverse paths, we see once more the unifying theme that fame is more than spotlight. It is about legacy, about making choices that matter, about connecting with fans in ways that outlive headlines, and about weaving a story that continues to inspire long after the curtain falls. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more positive and inspiring deep dives into the world of entertainment.